Hello and welcome to the Evercade Retreat. Gene Joke here, and today I'm adding Growl to my ever-growing list where I rank every game on the Evercade. Growl is a beat-em-up released in 1990 and can be found on the Taito Arcade Collection 1. In it you play between 1 and 4 psychotic animal rights activists hell-bent on beating 7 shades of shit out of anyone with a fur coat or eats meat or something like that. Although it is up to 4 players, there's only 2 different character sprites and a couple of recolours. One looks like a Timo Indiana Jones and the other one is some random 90s looking tough guy. The overall tone is silly, pulpy and utterly over the top, with animals coming to raid after you rescue them. It tries to have a message but it's kind of laughable. Oh, and it's known as Run Arc in Japan. Thanks Wikipedia. Gameplay wise it's fairly standard beat 'em up stuff. You've got an attack button and a jump button. You can press both for a power attack, and there's some contextual moves as well. There's a few weapons we picked up along the way: guns, grenades, swords, whips and knives, the usual kind of things. There's also barrels and rocks and things that can be picked up and thrown. What sets the game apart from most beat-em-ups is the sheer amount of enemies on the screen at once. It's kind of impressive. Although the character sprites are smaller than would be usual for a beat-em-up at that time, as in around 1990, I suppose that's a compromise to allow for more enemies on the screen. As well as standard beat-em-up stuff, there's a little variety added in the form of platforming sections later in the game. A bit Double Dragon style I suppose, the NES ones anyway. As far as I can tell, the characters all play the same and have the same moveset. If there is any difference in stats, I didn't really notice it. Like most beat-em-ups, it can get a bit repetitive single player, especially in this case with the masses of enemies, although things have very much livened up multiplayer if you get the chance to play it multiplayer, that is. On the graphics front it's a bit of a mixed bag. The overall look is pretty decent. It achieves a fairly gritty Indiana Jones style look all round. Well, there's a touch of ugliness to it with the dithering. It kind of gives it a gritty feel, but it works for the most part. Although I do have one question: what the fuck is going on with that tank? It looks like shit. I mean seriously, how did that make it into the finished game? The sound effects are the usual sort of crunches and crashes you'd expect from a beat 'em up, except for that swish sound when you're making punches or doing punches. Why did they go with that sound? It seems a little egregious and it's a very minor thing, but it made me chuckle. The music is pretty good, it suits the action very well, although it's probably not one you'll add to your playlist. But yeah, it's fine. Overall the game is a little bit rough around the edges. It's a bit average as far as beat 'em ups go, but the bonkers over the top elements, multiplayer action raise it up somewhat. I'd say it's greater as a whole than some of its parts. I will add that when I played it on the Super Pocket, I thought it was okay, but not great, and I did enjoy it a lot more playing on a larger screen, even without playing it multiplayer. And with multiplayer, it is a lot more fun. I managed to play it with 2 other people, and yeah, it was a good laugh. It doesn't take too long to get through, although it is quite chaotic, but hey, that's part of the fun, isn't it? To place it in my overall ranking list of every Evercade game ever, I would put it above Loaded, but below Rohga Armour Force. Although if you're strictly going to play it single player, then maybe you might want to knock it down a little bit, but yeah, it's a solid enough beat 'em up. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.